The streets have been buzzing, but no one saw this coming. 50 Cent just unleashed some tapes that have Rick Ross on the verge of losing his mind. And let me tell you, this ain't just another hip-hop beef. This is war. We've got the full breakdown on how these leaked tapes exposing Ross and Diddy took over the internet. Trust me, once you hear what's on them, you'll understand why Ross is ready to burn the whole industry to the ground. The way 50 executed this. Straight up legend.
Just like New York, just like Mount Vernon, New York City, Mount Vernon, and Miami, all that is the same, bruh. Nobody wants to be near him. Nobody wants to touch what he touched, be where he at. You understand? It's crazy, bruh, how his fall from grace, which was never from grace. It's just like the devil just kicked him out of hell, because he was never in nothing graceful and did anything graceful. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you say about, okay, he did the music, he had the bad boy legacy and everything like that, man. But, you know, a few albums, a few people, you know, made to be famous, but they not here to tell their story. Black Rob, Biggie, Craig Mack. They not here to tell their story, bro. And now you got everybody telling his story.
Yeah, and I know 50, he did a recent interview with US Weekly saying that the reason why rappers are quiet about, you know, Diddy's situation is because they've been to his parties and they don't know what got caught on tape.
Bruh, those people who was caught at Diddy party did not know that he had 250 tape recorders in that house.
Listen, 50 Cent has been playing chess while everybody else was playing checkers. This isn't just about their old feud. This is about 50 waiting for the perfect moment to strike back. In 2009, when Ross started calling him Officer Ricky, people thought it was just another rap battle. But 50, he was thinking way bigger. While Ross was busy flexing on social media, bragging about his Wingstop money and luxury cars, 50 was quietly collecting receipts, watching, waiting. And just when Ross thought he was untouchable, launching new business ventures, making power moves, 50 knew it was time to drop the hammer. The signs were there if you paid attention. A week before the bomb dropped, 50 was already teasing it, posting cryptic messages like, "Some people ain't who they pretend to be." Then he hit Instagram with, "Tick, tick, tick. Time's running out." Then boom, out of nowhere, in the middle of a regular Tuesday afternoon, 50 hits the gram with the first tape. No warning, no caption, just straight up destruction. And within minutes, the entire industry was in shambles.
He had 250 tape recorders in that house that they took, that the feds found. So now with them finding all that and you being at a Diddy party, you know you may have done something that was caught on one of those tapes. You just better pray to God that they don't recognize you. Those people who know that they did something, no, they're not going to speak out. They're not going to say nothing. What part of the game is that? They are not going to come forward and tell on themselves. Nah, not at all. Ice Cube, he said it himself, bro. He said that Diddy's been targeted because of what he said about those folks and those people. Now, the people who was on those tapes may feel like Diddy might be targeting them. Because if he's asked about who is this, who is that, and he's under oath with the federal government, he got to tell them. He's not going to plead the fifth.
Yeah, I know that got to be a terrible feeling, man. You know you did something wrong at Diddy party, and you hoping and praying that it's not caught on tape.
But they don't think they did nothing wrong. That's their lifestyle. That's their lifestyle, bruh. I ask guys all the time, if two men lay down, how many homos get up? What you mean? I mean what I mean. It's what it is.
The reactions were immediate. Executives called emergency meetings, PR teams scrambled to control the fallout, and artists who had worked with Ross and Diddy went radio silent. This wasn't some petty rap beef. This was something way bigger. Point 50 didn't just expose Ross. He dismantled his whole image. First, Ross didn't even realize what hit him. Sources say he was in a business meeting when his phone started blowing up. Texts, calls, videos flooding his inbox. He thought it was just another one of 50's antics. But when he finally saw what was in that footage, that's when everything changed. And if you thought that first tape was bad, rumor has it 50's got plenty more. He's been sitting on this dirt for years, just waiting for the right moment. What's on the rest of the tapes? That's the real question.
Confirming or I'm 100% factual, but it's somebody in this story of things that seems more reliable than others, Race, is what I'll say it, just to protect my sources. But this source informed me of who these A-list celebrities are on these tapes that are being allegedly auctioned off online and through the networks. And it's put me in a little bit of a bind because I like to be fully transparent with the audience. I want to say things, but I also realize from what I'm told, because again, I haven't seen them directly yet. I haven't. And I don't know if I want to. Race, I want your advice on that too. But the problem I have is just like, typically I want to report these things, but I got to be careful legally, ethically, morally as to what we report on here. Because as Ariel, the lawyer here, did admit, and I can attest based on the information I got from a separate reliable source, people in these videos don't know they're being videotaped. That's a big issue, Race, right? Let's start out right there. If there are people on these tapes that don't know that they were being filmed, is that okay to talk about and to share?
I have a big problem with that, as do you, Andy, and you tend to be an ethical guy and you're taking the high ground here. Notwithstanding the fact that you may have some significant information and reliable information, but the reality is that, look, I mean, if people were recorded non-consensually and you're the one to identify them, I think that's a problem, right? And I think anytime anyone has content, right, this is not an email, this is not a text message, this is video. Right. And there's specific statutes without using specific language I don't want to get into, but everybody knows what we're talking about here.
It's Diddy with this person. I'll say that. It's Diddy with this person. Actually, yes.
Yeah, and see, the problem is, again, like non-consensually recorded, you've got a victim here who may not want to be publicly identified. That's the problem. That's the problem. And they have a right to proceed if they want to, whether it's criminally or civilly, without being identified, because we know what's going to happen. As soon as they identify themselves, there's going to be a bunch of people that come out of the woodwork who are going to unequivocally harass them and claim that didn't happen, and they're making stuff up. And there's the victims that we want to protect here, and that's significant.
Well, it's interesting because here's why I wanted to have this conversation, because I know a lot of you are like, Andy, just say it. No, I'm not going to say them, but I wanted to have this conversation as to why we're not saying it and why I think others haven't yet said it, Raised, because again, legally, ethically, morally, it's just not right. Now, there's an argument I've had with people who are like, well, they knew what they were doing with Diddy. Like these were consensual acts, like they knew, and he filmed other times. So I don't know what the big deal is. It's going to come out. It's going to come out is what I keep hearing from other reliable sources. It may come out, but it's not going to come out via me. That's just to warn you all, because I don't think it's wise for us to put out something like you just confirmed it without the consent of the other person in the video. Because again, from what I'm gathering based on some of these tapes, and again, we're still learning more. And
Remember how Ross always denied working with certain people? Well, these tapes just shredded those denials into pieces. The footage 50 drop shows Ross, caught in 4K, doing exactly what he spent years claiming he never did. We're not talking about simple business meetings with Diddy. Oh no. Ross is seen at private parties, getting real cozy with some folks he swore he never even met. And the worst part, the audio. In one clip, Ross is openly discussing backroom deals, ones he's publicly denied for years. The way he casually talks about setting up special arrangements with up-and-coming artists has got people thinking this wasn't a one-time thing. Industry veterans who've seen the footage say it's the kind of thing that could end careers. And let's not forget the old rumors about Ross's rise to fame. These tapes are painting a whole different picture of his past.
Isn't it weird that the government was so interested in Diddy's baby oil that they took 1,000 bottles away from his house? If the government took 1,000 bottles of baby oil and somebody had things what appeared to be baby oil, and then you have to listen to the prosecutor. He said that they seized 1,000 bottles what allegedly to be baby oil. Allegedly to be baby oil. So that's telling people that it wasn't baby oil. And people think that that was baby oil, they out their mind. I don't believe it was baby oil. Yo, bro, when they went up in there, they knew what they was gonna find. They knew what was ever in that baby oil or that those bottles that appeared to be baby oil, they knew about that at first. You gotta realize 9 times out of 10, that individual that got caught at the airport, that was supposed to be their carrier, told them what they was doing and what they had. I wouldn't put him past that he told them everything. So when they went up in there, they knew they had to take whatever was out there, and that thing that appeared to be baby oil, they took that. They got to test every last one of them. Let's see how much, let's see how many of those come back to be baby oil. Bro, listen to me. Costco don't sell that much baby oil. Where you know sell that much baby oil?
Yeah, I don't know any store that sell that much baby oil. I know Costco, they came out and said that they don't even sell baby oil.
My sentiments exactly.
But you personally, right, what do you believe was in the baby oil?
If you ever seen a massage parlor being raided and they walking out the people, do they take the massage oil with them when they go? No, they just walk out the people who are being arrested. A person getting arrested and the people being arrested in those brothel houses, do they take out the stuff in the brothel houses? No, they don't. They take the individuals who are being arrested out the brothel houses. For them to take 1,000 bottles of baby oil, it's like that they did not leave one. They left people there, but they ain't leave not one bottle. Nobody needed no baby oil. So my whole thing about it is that there was something in that other than baby oil. That's why they took all the bottles. And 9 times out of 10, if I would give it a wild guess, it was, and like some of the people told me, it was probably that GHB.
What's that?
I think it's gamma hydrox. I looked it up, bro. Let me see. See if I can find it. I know this is just showing everything like that, but oh no. Let me. Yo, somebody tap dance or sing or do something, you know what I'm saying, while I'm doing this. Oh, here it go right here. It's gamma hydroxy butyric. What is its effect on the body? It's a euphoria, drowsiness, decreased anxiety, and memory impairment. It works on the nervous system and gives you this feeling of euphoria. So they take that and rubbed it on her, and you forget who you are, what you're doing. It can also give you memory loss, drowsiness, and that's under the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration.gov.
When the notification hit, the industry panicked. One executive described watching the tapes as seeing someone's entire career flash before their eyes. Ross's label had to call emergency meetings because no one knew how much worse it could get. This isn't just bad press. It's a disaster. Ross is trying to build an empire, expanding his Wingstop and Checkers businesses, but corporate sponsors hate controversy. Once they start seeing his name wrapped up in scandal, those deals could vanish overnight. And the worst part, 50 isn't done. Every time Ross tries to deny something, another clip drops, making him look even worse. It's like 50 has been sitting on a vault of dirt, just waiting to unleash it at the right time. When Ross finally understood just how bad it was, that's when everything really spiraled out of control.